Hi, Aria. Hey, Lude. Right, the sprogs are a little bit noisy. I'm going to go close the door. Back in a second. Jim Bob. Hey, Alex. Hey, Max. Okay, how are we doing? Almost time, okay. Yeah, apologies in advance if the girls get a little bit too screamy downstairs. I've shut the door, but, you know, kids. Yep, Sensei Bob is always on standby to help out. Hi, Kaya. All right, so we're going to be looking at another overview of Module 1, I think it is. I think it's Module 1 of the Dragon and Junior curriculum. So just to recap, the three elements of this module is the... Hey, Lisa and Jacob. So we're going to be looking at the three topics from Module 1. The first one is forwards Ikajo. The second is the wrist escape drill, the kids version, and the third is ground defense from a mounted position. We're actually going to start with the two bits of self-defense because there's a bit of a game that I want you to string them together that you can practice at home. Okay? So I'll tell you now to use some time. You will need as much space as possible for the game that we're going to play later. So I'm going to give you one more minute to try and make some space as much as you can in the room that you've got available. And you might want to get some water on standby, just saying. How is everyone anyway? We all good? I'm missing the sunshine, don't know about you guys. Particularly grey today. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and assume that you've made the space. So we'll have a very quick warm-up. So take a leg jump. As always, don't be sitting down just watching this happen. Join in, get moving, get active. Get the arms going. Oh, crunchy. Reaching over the top. As far as you can, keep the arm above your head, not in front, above. The side. And again. And again. Circle your hips. And and to the way. Knees. And little circles. Ankles, you can't see them, but you don't need to. Plus, my feet are gross, so nobody wants to see that. And just give the wrists a quick warm up as well. Okay, so we're going to get started with the kids' self-defense elements. So as I've already said, there are two bits of self-defense that make up Module 1. One is the dragon version of the wrist escape drill, and one is mounted ground defense. We'll start with the wrist escape drill because honestly, it's stupidly easy, this technique. Okay, so Sensei Bobbert is going to help me out. A few of you are probably familiar with this already, but I'm going to assume that nobody knows this and start from the very beginning, okay? So the Dragon and Junior wrist escape drill is a two-handed versus one-handed grab. So Sensei Bob will be grabbing my wrist with both of his hands like this, okay? Now this could be, well, most likely if somebody's going to put their hands on you like this, it is a get over here mechanic. So there is going to be movement involved, which is why it's really important to do this properly. We'll get to that, okay? The first thing I want to look at is hinging. So if I'm grabbed on this point here, I cannot move this point here. This is what they're controlling. It can't go anywhere unless I'm physically more powerful than they are. So what I've got to do is to rotate inside of that point there. So what we're going to do first, without a partner, hold out your hand, hold your fist with the other hand, and bring your fist back to your shoulder at the same time, hey Macaulay, as pushing your elbow forward. So if you imagine there's an axle through my arm, the entire thing is rotating like that. Okay, so hold your hand up, grab and pull. Other hand, grab and pull. And keep going. Make sure you're bringing this to your shoulder, not to your jaw. We have seen this happen on the classes. It's funny when you punch yourself, but everybody else is laughing apart from you. Okay, so here to the shoulder, there. And make sure the elbow is moving forwards. Okay, that way you're hinging on the forearm rather than here, which is basically a bicep curl. Okay, have a few more goes at that. So here and here. Okay. So genuinely, if you can do that, you can do the escape drill. So if you've got a partner, get them. If you haven't got one, go and get one. Okay, drag somebody out of the kitchen or their bedroom. Say, come on, we're training. All you need them to do is to hold on like so, like this, and you grab your own wrist and circle, and your wrist will just pop out of their grip. So have a few goes at that. See how easy it really is. Ask them to hold on really tight and just whoop, and it should just come out. Okay. So a few goes here, grab and whoop. So mechanically, that's really, really simple. And I want to explain the reason why that works so well, because this will help you deal with the what-ifs. The little dragons are masters of messing things up for their partner by being deliberately awkward. You know, the correct grab is to be this way. And if the student does their technique properly, it'll work. But then little Jimmy comes along and goes, and grabs the wrong way. And now this person can't do the technique. So this technique works because by taking the hand up, it's fighting against one digit only. I can hold on as tight as I want, but by going that way, I'm going against one. If I try and go down or out, I'm fighting four. So I'm going to lose. So the actual answer is you pull the hand to wherever the thumb is. So if thumbs are on top, you pull it up. If somehow thumbs are underneath, you would pull the hand down. You're going for the weakest point, which is pure Aiki. Okay, so that's how it works. A few more goes. Grab and crowbar out. Grab and crowbar out. Okay, now it's about reaction time. Okay, if you know what you're doing, you can expect yourself to go fast. If you don't know what you're doing yet, do not expect speed yet. You've got to get it accurate before you can get it fast, otherwise things go wrong. But it's really simple, so I'm going to assume that you've all got a measure of success with that already today, if not before. So what I want you to do now, if you've got a partner, I want them to grab your hand by surprise. So you can hold your hand out. You don't get to choose when they grab you. They choose. So whenever they want, they're going to grab you and you're going to break free. Okay? If you haven't got a partner, I'm going to be your partner. So I'm going to grab and you are just going to pull your hand out as soon as I grab. Obviously, I'm not going to grab you for real, but use our imaginations. So if you've got a partner, just get to it now. If you've not got a partner, you're with me. Okay? So if I grab you, pull your hand back to your shoulder. Okay. Remember, if you've got a partner, keep going. By all means, change the hand that you're using and don't punch yourself in the face. Okay, so that's the reaction time. As soon as you can do that quickly, then you are able to do the next part we're going to get to in a few minutes. Okay. The next thing that I want you to do, and this is really only available to people if they've got a partner in the room, is to add motion to the attack. When everything is static and nothing is actually happening, this is really, really easy because it's sterile and safe. That's not what's going to happen. As we've already said, this grab will have motion. We will be pulling. Yeah, you're coming with me, Bob. There we go. So the uke will be dragging their partner. And it is really, really hard to do this when somebody's moving you because, not because it's technically any more difficult, but because ego gets in the way. Think about it, your reaction. If I grabbed you and start to pull, you are immediately going to dig your heels in and fight me. And then we end up with an arm that is stretched, and I cannot hinge because I am straightening it through my resistance. So if you are being pulled, just like in any other Aiki technique, you have to go with the pull and hinge at the same time. Okay, so here's the game that you're going to play now. If you've got a partner, get grabbed and just start to walk and then pull out. Start slowly. Grab, pull, and hinge. Grab, pull, and hinge. And then as you get back faster, move forwards and pull the hand out, okay? So start slow, build it up. If you've not got a partner, I'm going to be your partner, but you're going to have to pretend that I'm pulling. So when I grab and pull, take a step forwards and pull your hand out, okay? Forwards and pull your hand out. Good. I'm going to pull, move forwards and pull your hand out. Forward and then pull your hand out. So don't fight me. Don't fight. Go with my pull and remove your hand. Okay. So that's the wrist escape drill. We're going to come back to this in a second for what happens next. But now we're going to talk about the ground defense. Okay, I'm just going to change this. Whoop. So the ground defense we're looking at, actually, Bob, I'll use you for this, is mounted ground defense. So I'm on the floor, and the attacker is sitting on my stomach, and he's got his hands around my throat. Okay, so that's the setup that we're looking at, or anything in approximately that kind of format. Okay, so they could be striking instead. It's more threatening, but it's mechanically, it's the exact same. Okay, so we did this on my last session, and it's fairly familiar, and we introduced a spoken mantra to help you remember what to do. Okay, I'm going to give you a second to see if you can remember what the mantra was. Anybody can get it in the comments before I say it. I will give you a high five. That's rubbish. Lag. So repeat after me. Trap the arm. Trap the leg. Bum up and roll. Okay, say it again. Trap the arm. Trap the leg. Bum up. Roll. So I'll show you what that's all about. So in this position, the first thing I want to do is isolate one of his hands, so I want to trap it. It doesn't matter which one, but I'm going to use two arms versus one. Now Bob is not blessed with elbows, so I cannot bend his arm. But the first thing I would do is pull the arm, go away, to my chest like that, so trap the arm. Second one, trap the leg. So whichever arm I have chosen, it's the same leg that I trap. So trap the arm, trap the leg.
Copy me, make sure you're copying along. Bridge the hips as high as you can. Higher, higher, and then roll again in the same direction
that you selected at the very beginning. Okay? So, with me,
trap the arm, trap the leg. Bridge up and roll.
if you've got a partner to practice with, great, use your partner. If you haven't got a partner, you don't need one, okay? Muscle memory is hugely valuable. You've just got to picture what you're doing.
Here, trap an arm, trap a leg. So this leg is coming out and around, so that their leg that was here is now trapped and cannot move. It's really important, that. So trap the arm, trap the leg, bridge up and roll over.
So I'm going to assume that you either remember that or that you can practice that later. What I want to do with you now is a workout based around that. Technical accuracy is really, really important. If you cannot do the technique, you don't know how it should be done, you can't do it. But we can get trapped in going, well, I know what to do in theory. It's one of the pitfalls of my training earlier on, is I just got stuck in, well, I got the technique right, that's all that matters. No, there's so much more than that, okay? For Goshen, this translates to the aftermath, or what you do once the technique itself has been concluded, okay? So if we go back to using bars, so we're here, and we trap, bridge, roll over. So now they're on the floor, what are we going to do now? The movies would teach us to do something like that, to fight back. And there is value in that, except that's not what we're about, especially when talking kids' self-defense. We're not looking to win a fight. We're looking to stop the fight from happening. And the easy way of doing that is if you leave the fight. If I go, there is no fight anymore, okay? So I have got to go from this position to as far away as possible, as quickly as possible. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to get rid, because I think it needs repairs. We're going to do a bit of a workout, and the idea behind this is we're going to do 20 seconds of exercise as rapidly, as fast as you can, and then when the timer goes, you've got to spring up, run to the wall, and then run back again. So you've got to work yourself until you're tired, and then you've got to leave as quick as you can, okay? We have 6 exercises. 20 seconds on, 20 seconds off means this whole thing will take just 8 minutes. 8 minutes of activity, that's all I'm asking from you, okay? The exercises are, round 1 will be burpees, so that's a burpee. Round 2 is flutter kicks, which despite the name are horrible, and here, like that. Round 3 is mountain climbers. Mountain climbers, if you don't know, are these. So it's quite aerobic. Round 4 is a push-up hold. So you're going to go here as low as you can and then hold that. Round 5 is a squat hold. So here. Round 6 is a hollow hold. So here. So legs and shoulders off the floor. The exercises are to simulate activity versus resistance, so that we're working ourselves out, we're getting tired, and then we've got to explode, okay? So make sure you've got space around you. Okay, get the timer ready. So the first exercise is going to be burpees for 20 seconds. Now, okay, with me. Copying along, joining in. Push, push, push. When the beeper goes, run for the wall. Okay. Next exercise is going to be flutter kicks. Not yet, we've got 10 more seconds of rest. Flutter kicks, we're on our backs here, and we're going to get the legs going like this as quick as you can for 20 seconds. Okay, not yet. 4, ready. Okay, go. I thought this one would be easy, but actually it's horrible. straight. Go, yeah! Ah! Whoa. Yeah, so I forgot to mention you got to beat the beep. So first beep you go, the second beep you've been caught. Okay, next exercise was mountain climbers. Why did I do this to myself? Get ready. Go! So just 20 seconds, but don't tap out on me. Okay, next one, push-up hold. Just push-up position, lower yourself down so you can smell the carpet, but not touch it. Get ready? And hold it. 20 seconds is far too long.
You think the idiot designing his own workout and pick ones he can do?
Go! Next one is a squat hold. So that's here and hold it. 10 seconds left, are we still good? Ready? And down. Go to your happy place. But don't find an easy way of doing the exercise. The whole point is to tire you out, so you have to learn how to explode despite being tired. Go! Next one, hollow hold. Oh, did I mention we're going to do this all again, by the way? So hollow hold, on your bum, legs up, shoulders up. Legs nice and straight. If you want to be brutal, hands above your head. I don't. Come on. Go. Okay, and then back to the beginning. KFC. Burpees. Make sure you're joining in. Ready? Go. Woo, run! Next one, flutter kicks. Flutter kicks. Might as well have a rest for 2 seconds. I'm going to start towards the tank engine. Oh, that one's hard to explode out of. Mountain climbers next. Mountain climbers. How are we doing for time? We're doing good, okay. Ready? Ooh, come on. Okay, now on to the holds. Push up, hold. Okay.
bet my backside is in the air and everything, isn't it? Woo, go! Squat hold next. Squat hold. Whenever you're ready, mate, come on. Ready? Now the ultimate camera trick was having a small stool right underneath you that you can't see. And you'll never know. You better be sweaty too. Oh, go! And last one is the hollow hold. So that's on your backside, legs up. Ah. Ready? Shoulders up, legs up. Shoulders up, legs up. Don't cheat. Oh, I regret doing that. Come on. Shoulda can, not shoulda can't. Oh, thank God for that. Why do I do this to myself? Oh, okay, so my point. We know that uncooperative groundwork is knackering, even when it's done in a stay uke mentality when we're still being cooperative. It's a nightmare. You get tired so fast. So you've got to have enough in your tank that you can fight to get free and then actually make use of that freedom and of that fight. If you've got nothing left in the tank after you've got them off or after you've broken free, they're just going to resume the attack. Max, I hope your face is redder, otherwise you've been cheating, okay? Get on it, Max. And be nice to your dad. So whenever you're doing any kind of breakaway self-defense, it's all to buy you time to do that. Which brings us to our next point. I mentioned earlier on Facebook we might cover some slightly grittier aspects of the Goshen training. We do cover this stuff on the Little Dragons, but we do tend to dress it up in pretty language. I'm going to assume that if there are any dragons watching, they're watching with a parent who can help them understand what I'm trying to get across here, okay? I'm just going to change this a little bit. Okay. So, quick story first of all. A few of you have probably seen my daughters playing around before I start a live class. And my eldest, Amber, has learnt very, very roughly approximately 4 techniques now. She can do Irimiski, Kotegesh, Hijishime, and Ushironagi, and she knows them by name. She's not exactly brilliant at them, she's 2, but she knows them. And Irimiski is her favorite. Irimiski is the one where you push the chin. And a while ago we were playing, and I was chasing her around the living room, and she was running away, and it was all good fun. And then she turns around, shouts, Irimiski! Shoves her hand into my chin, and literally floored me. 2 years old. And it was because I wasn't expecting it. It's really easy to resist and counter techniques you know they're going to happen. You grab hold of your hand, and they cannot escape because you're stopping them. Or they try and run away, and you can catch them every single time. Because you know the plan. These are how you break the plan. So even if they're tiny, the things I'm about to show you, yeah, I know, but I don't learn, do I, Sensei? The things I'm going to show you now are really useful, incredibly simple methods that even a tiny child can use to buy time. Yeah, they're not going to be pretty necessarily, but they're going to work, okay? If you want to copy me, get your hand up. Throat, copy. Chin, nose, eye. Throat, chin, nose, eye. Throat, chin, nose, eye. 4 very vulnerable places within easy reach for either of the techniques we practice, whether it's the wrist escape or the ground defense. This area of the attacker is within an arm's reach of the person being attacked, of stay. Okay, so copy along again.
throat, chin, nose, eye. A tiny little hand hitting you there is very, very distracting, okay? They don't need to be big and strong. It's all about, pounds per square inch. So the throat, we're looking at this L shape, and it's shooting in against the windpipe. It's not a squeeze, it's not a punch, it's just there, onto the throat. Now, we're not going to do that to each other, obviously, but that's what they're pretending to do. Chin, iramuski, here, and they're pushing the chin up and backwards, so it's a kind of a get out of my face kind of movement. The nose is really crude. It's just a closed hand, strike onto the nose. Again, I can say from experience, a tiny hand hitting you here really dazzles you. It makes you blink a lot, your eyes water. They may not even give you a bloody nose, but it's going to distract them. It's going to distract you as the attacker. So that's a viable target. And the last one is this one. I'm going to leave that one very much up to you, whether or not you okay that, but it's an option. And that's what we're here for, is just to supply options, okay? I remember from a very early age, one of the first things I was taught before I even started Aikido was this pressure point here. If you can get hold of somebody's hand and squeeze, that works really well. It was my mum that taught me that when I was 9, I think, okay? There's nothing wrong with using these pressure points to help you get away. They're not to win the fight, they're just to end it, okay? And that's time already. So self-defense, wrist escape, and ground defense versus a mount. Running time is essential, and little tricks will help you with that if you are smaller than your attacker. So this is also useful information for anybody, not just the kids, especially if we're talking ladies' self-defense. These points are all really, really essential knowledge, okay? So study it, practice it, rehearse it, and make it muscle memory. And that way it'll be there if you need it. Okay, thank you very much. Well done. Os.